many of you know, and I've told you before, when I was growing up, as a young man, I was a water safety instructor. A water safety instructor is someone who trains lifeguards. You're first a lifeguard, you do that for a while, then you take a test to become a water safety instructor. So I used to train lifeguards. One day in a training session, we're in a training session in a pool. I'm training these lifeguards how to save lives. There is a man at the other end of the pool who's literally drowning. So all the lifeguards look at me because I'm the teacher, and this is a live case I can demonstrate. So I got somebody out in the middle of the pool drowning. He's flailing his arms all over the place. By the way, if you're ever drowning, don't do that. There's nothing up there to grab. He's flailing his arms all over the place. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to save himself. He's doing everything he can to save his life. He's just flailing all over the place. So I dive in the water and freestyle out to him. I get a couple of feet from him, and I hold my spot. So I'm treading water a couple of feet in front of him. He's looking at me, wanting to know why I'm not saving him, because I'm just there in front of him. But the reason I was not saving him is because he was trying to save himself. See, as long as he was trying to save himself, he was keeping me from being his savior. Now, he was sincerely trying to save himself. He was honestly trying to save himself. But the harder he worked to save himself, the more he kept me from being his savior. I could not be his savior as long as he insisted on saving himself, because his human effort was driving me away. So I had to wait and tread water until his get up and go had gotten up and gone. I had to wait until his human effort had failed. I had to wait till he found himself insufficient within himself to deliver himself from the situation he found himself in. So I just treaded water and waited till he tired out. After he looked hopeless, after it seemed like there would be no deliverance, when he thought I did not care and he was at the point of giving up, that's when I peeled around behind him. When I got behind him, I reached over his shoulder and put my hand under his chin. I put my elbow beneath his shoulder, between his shoulder blades. That's called a fireman's grip. I levered him up on the side, and then I side stroked him on in to the dock. I side stroked him on in to the dock. I side stroked him on in, and after I stroked him on in, and we got him up on the deck, I blew into his mouth. I pumped his chest. Water came out, and the only thing he said to me was, "Thank you for saving me." What God is trying to say is, if you want to be rescued and you're trying to do it yourself, you're missing out on his saving power. What he's able to do when he's allowed to do what he does, because he's been doing it for a long time. And he not only delivers from the penalty, from the presence, he delivers us from the power when we have faith enough to obey him all along the way. Somebody ought to stand up and bless the Lord for the salvation by grace through faith, so that we can go to work and serve the living and true God.